That's weird. Didn't know that could happen. Let's rock and roll, shall we? From Tartaria to Israeli genocide. Let's talk about it. Get in the front, lean, and rest and push. Recover after the video, and I think I follow around the dude. I don't know what that means, but hey, alright. I like the dude, so the dude works. The dude abides. So it's all good. Guys, if you're watching, you know, my whole goal is to get you to like, share, and sub, and go get free download at www.the-bilderberg-group.com. The link will be in the description. I just can't put it in beforehand because it seems to fuck up my video. But you could always get it if you want to leave early from a previous video. They're in the description of all the video, the links to the Facebook page, facebook.com/the-bilderberg-group-official, and then the band page. But my goal is to get people to tell me what I'm wrong about, what I'm missing, what I'm not understanding, because what I see is a different situation than most other people seem to see. Ridiculous face. Yeah, so within a minute, I have a troll that's just here to see what ridiculous things I have to post. Of all the things on this magical fucking device that you could be doing, you're watching me for whatever reason it is, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. Because at the end of the day, I'm still planting seeds. You might call me crazy, whatever. The next time some shit happens, you'll see it and you'll go, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And that's just how that works. So I'm okay with it. Matter of fact, if you're watching, like, share, sub, dislike. Don't forget to dislike. If you don't like what I'm saying, throw that dislike up there. Man, I don't like what you're saying. Man, please. So, we were on Jizz Lane yesterday. We were still talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. What the fuck? Looks like my wife's hair. How the fuck did my wife's hair get in my phone? Whatever. So we were talking about Ghislaine and the Epstein connection, because that's where we've been these last couple of days, is talking about Epstein and how much more terrifying the whole situation is. You know, like I'm talking to my kids about it today on the way to school, and like, it sucks because I want them to know the narrative they're supposed to know. And I tell them this all the time. Like, just because I don't think a certain way, or I might not believe this, or I might think this crazy conspiracy, doesn't mean I want you to. I want you to be able to answer everything that you need to at school. I want you to do well in school. And then when you're done, once you get through school, if you then want to talk about all this stuff, I'm more than okay with talking about it. But I think one of my strongest attributes is that I do know the other side. Like, I spent many hours, days, weeks, whatever, watching space documentaries, proving that space is real and all that. I watched all that stuff. I'm really good at geography. I'm really good at history. I just happen to be a bit of a history nut, and that's made my army, if you will, my weaponry stronger. Because I know the narrative we're supposed to know. You know? I know all that bullshit. I know what they want us to know. I know you know, I mean, maybe not fully, obviously. Nobody knows everything they're supposed to know, but, I know the other side. I've literally been having the religious conversation with people for as long as I can remember. And there's never been a single time when a religious person even begins to sound intelligent. The other phone. And it's amazing how people will have such strong opinions about things when they don't know anything. Oh, look, this doofus proves they can respond to things. I love when they do that shit. Right? So instead of just random nonsense like it normally is, they're proving that they're actually listening to the things being said. Whether they talk shit and think it matters or not, I don't really care. But it just goes to show you that if these guys could debunk anything I'm saying, they absolutely would. Thoughts on the Biden pardon? Couldn't care less. Not unexpected. When it comes to a criminal being let off of their charges, Biden's kid, Hunter Biden, doesn't even compare to Trump. And then we don't even compare to Netanyahu in that regard. So, because you want to be distracted by Biden bullshit, that's on you. Is that surprising? No, you're a dumb J. You dumb J's, you push all that nonsense. I hate when people think they know something and they're actually delusional. Yeah. I hate when clowns come on my feed and talk nonsense. Well, I don't hate it actually, but it's interesting when clowns come on my feed and talk shit about shit, but won't actually say anything. I don't know what I'm delusional on this, that. About what? You're proving you can actually talk. Why don't you be more specific about what you're saying, you doofus? I was agreeing with you, dude. Oh, well, excuse me, I was wrong. I assumed your comment was directed towards me, like most of them. I wouldn't have assumed that your comment was directed towards the trolls. But hey, I appreciate it. What's your thought on all these pyramids across Earth? What was the previous civilization doing? I'm 100% convinced that there's been resets, Tartaria, all that shit. The problem is, when it comes to the why, the how, the functionality and all that, we literally can't know anything. We can't know the truth until we, the Goyim, overthrow the Jays that control our narrative and get those answers we seek. So unless we stop the genocide that's happening and overthrow those pieces of shit committing it, all those other distractions that we fall for, that's all it is. They're just distractions. We can't know about the pyramid. I've never even seen a pyramid. I've seen them on TV and in videos and shit, but I've never actually seen one. And even if I did, I wouldn't be allowed to check it out. Egypt is allowed to just say that the pyramids are off limits to everybody. Who are you to decide that?
You can't tour them anymore?
No. You never could.
I thought you could, but not like the lower parts. Because they weren't safe.
Oh, THG, they're just, again, it's always desperation. Don't even respond. It's just desperation. You've seen it now. Like, you know what? You're one of these people that I actually think is a really interesting thing because you're not one of my previous watchers. You didn't come from Facebook. You stumbled across my shit. And yet, you're seeing something, I would assume for the first time. You've never seen anything like this. You've seen things maybe kind of, but you've never seen anything just like mine. And you're seeing all of these same dumbass profiles day after day coming in angry about what I'm saying for some reason and not able to say anything actually about it. What makes you think Like, haven't you figured that out yet? Who's going to do that? Who in their right mind has nothing else going on right now and day after day that they want to come to my feed and provide the example of the stupidity I'm talking about? And they like, it's not like I hide it. I lambaste them. And they still fucking keep coming back. What does that tell you? Schizophrenic, you must be a J. Because I'm schizophrenic. It's like people are so stupid, they don't even know what schizophrenia is. They just say it. Schizophrenia is someone that is paranoid, always looking out the windows and shit, and someone that hears voices. So, not sure what voices you're talking about. Not sure you guys see me looking out the windows like crazy, but this is...
Well, and multiple personalities.
Right. It's crazy that this dude's vote counts as much as everyone else does. You're right, because I don't like America. And you're right, my vote counts as much as everyone else's, which is nothing. Your vote doesn't matter. If voting mattered, Trump wouldn't have been president the first time. This is one of those facts, undeniable facts, that Trumpanzees just love to avoid. I was reading a book the other day about how Hebrews stole the power source, the Ark in Egypt, the Exodus. It said the thieves, Jews, took the last great power source for the pyramids. I mean, it's
I thought the pyramids were a power source.
I think that's probably what they are. You know, but again, I just, all these things are, I know it sounds fucked up, but they're distractions. At the end of the day, you can believe that the pyramids are a power source all fucking day. Are you going to be able to go check it out? Are you going to be able to be heard? Are you going to be able to be debunked? Anything? No. It doesn't matter. It's just a book. Let me ask you this. Who published the book? What about the pyramids in South America? If your last name is Heisenberg and you're not a German, you're one of them, I don't really give a fuck what you have to say. The Jays took the magic Egyptian power source. Ha! That's crazy. Ha! No, don't you understand? They're just God's chosen people, and they cut and suck baby penises. It's all good. But to think that they stole a power source, oh, that's crazy. No, those giant pyramids are just tombs. And slaves built them in 20 years. With no tools. Without a wheel. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, man, blah, 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 blah. Like, again, look at all these weird crybabies. You realize you're pacing and ranting. Yep, I'm pacing and ranting. That's what I'm doing. Because that matters. Because that somehow deflects from the information that's being said. It's just such clown material. How do I think the pyramids were built? I don't. I don't waste my energy thinking about shit like that. Because it doesn't fucking matter what I think. And I'd rather not waste time thinking about things that I can't know the answer to. You know, if I want to know how the pyramids were built, I need to overthrow the Jays that control the narrative and keep us from knowing that. It's a bit worrisome. Yep, it's so worrisome because, again, God forbid someone's smarter than you and ask questions that you don't bother to ask or can't answer. Gotcha. Yeah, at least there's a matter in your cleaning your house and fixing your hair. Oh, right. Jake likes his dudes to have prettier hair. How do you like your dude's haircut, Jake? Do you like your dudes with short hair, maybe a spike? How do you prefer your dudes? Tell me how you like your dudes to look, Jake Whitehead. Do you plan on overthrowing the Jays? Abso-fucking-lutely. Don't worry, the U.S. will probably help establish Greater Israel and Egypt will be under their ownership. Exactly, that's fucking terrifying. All you dumb goyim out there don't realize, they all know it. All these dumb Jays know it. They know about the Greater Israel Project. They know about the Ben Gurion Canal or Channel. They know all about this shit. Greater Israel is going to make Israel this huge place. It's the greater... Go look the shit up. These psychopathic chosen need to be eliminated fucking sap. ASAP. You know? You have to understand, like, you know, they're using your religion. They're using your faith, whether it's government, faith in religion, faith in history, faith in whatever it is. They're using your faith against you. Look at all these fucking idiots, man. Look at this shit. So instead of talking about genocide and the shit that affects us all, these guys give a shit about how I look and about my, because they can tell about my house just looking at the video. And talk about desperation. And what the thing is, most of you don't understand that the Samson option exists. There's a Samson option. Israel has this like known declaration. I don't know if it's legislation. I don't really know how it actually falls into the lexicon, but Israel says that if they feel like their existence is ever threatened again, they'll commit worldwide genocide. Why would anyone who isn't a J or Israeli give a shit or care about these fucking people? They are disgusting. They want to kill everybody. They want to kill everybody. If we say, hey, you can no longer suck on baby penises, they're gonna nuke the fucking world. Think about this shit. Look at all these fake ass profiles, these fake troll profiles, right? Look at them all. After I made a point about showing that most of the troll profiles don't have a picture, now go figure, they all have an easily found picture. And it's either these guys are Israeli trolls, or these are actual people who support genocide, who support baby molestation and mutilation. Do you understand how fucked up you are? Makes no sense that Christians coddle Jews, considering they murdered their Messiah. Look at that. We actually have somebody who fucking knows things. Right. The fact, like the Jays are the worst by far. They're the worst of the big three. All three are Jewish religions.
According to the Christian story, though, that person's absolutely right. I never understood why the Christians...
We're getting there. Yep. We're getting there. She's sick. She's down and out. She's operating slowly today.
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with that.
No, I know, but we were getting there. We were about to get... I was just saying, it's amazing that Christians are the dumbest, the Jays are the worst, and the Muslims are just like the majority, the stupid, right? They're just stupid. But the Muslims think the Muslims are the best, are God's chosen people. The Jays absolutely think the Jays are God's chosen people. The Christians think the people that murdered their Messiah, the bad guys in the Bible, the Bible is not about Satan being the bad guy. The real bad guys in the Bible are the Jays. And not only is all that shit, like the foundation of your belief structure makes you look stupid, but if you talk to any of them, ask them about Christians. They do nothing but shit talk Christians. They think you guys are stupid. Your whole Jesus, Mary narrative, it's all stupid. They think you're an idiot. And you think those are your God's chosen people. You think it's okay to give them $3.8 billion a year which is more like 15 billion shekels, their money, every year, and $18 billion since last October. Well, the previous October, October of 2023. You're so filled with hate, you don't even know who to be mad at. I know exactly who to be mad at because I hate them. And I love when people try to tell me I shouldn't hate things. You go ahead, tell me why I shouldn't hate slave owners. Go ahead, tell me why I shouldn't hate pedos. I'd love to hear your reasoning why I shouldn't hate things. There's no reason to hate the Jews because of Jesus. Everyone knows Jews and Christians have different beliefs. Boy, you don't know shit, do you? Christianity comes from Second Temple Judaism. It's an offshoot of Judaism. It's why they put their book in the front. It's why the Old Testament is in the front of every Bible. If you went and got a job at McDonald's, and in the front of every bit of literature you read, it was all about how to make a Whopper, wouldn't you be like, hey, wait a minute. Does Burger King own McDonald's or something? Why the fuck am I learning this? The 12 tribes, it's all stupid nonsense. You know, the funny thing is, it doesn't exist. There's no historical record of it. And the reason it doesn't exist is just like Hebrew. Hebrew was invented about 100 years ago. Hebrew is the youngest language on the planet. You've been tricked into thinking Hebrew is this old, ancient bull. It's not. It's the youngest language on the planet. It was invented by a guy called Eliezer Ben Yehuda. It's all fucking stupid. And it's all just crazy. Like at the end of the day, all their beliefs is that they are special. They deserve Semitism, which is supremacy. And we're all nothing. Everyone that isn't a J is this. Everything that isn't a J is the same. So we are no different than the dog, the cat, the bed, the chair. We are here to be used by them and thrown away when necessary. Hebrew comes from Aramaic. If you lay down Aramaic, if you write it all down and then you hold a mirror to it, you'll get Hebrew. And again, it's like open. It's not up for debate.
If the Jews were the chosen people and they were, God's first creation or whatever, then the Hebrew language would be older.
Exactly. I mean, it's all just stupid. There would be record of it. The narrative is that the reason that there's not a lot of record of Jewish stuff is because it was oral. We played telephone for most of the time. It was all oral traditions. We didn't write anything down.
Well, no, their history was destroyed during the war, though, too. Right? They didn't have to go through and destroy all of the Jewish history and artifacts and blah, 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 blah.
I mean, it's all stupid. It's all stupid. If you believe your DNA, if you believe any of that shit, you're a fool. My DNA says I am this and that and the other. I sent it to the chosen company that does this, and go figure. Everybody that comes back is like 1% Jewish. Look at how, again, look at the comments. Not a single comment actually tries to tell me what I'm wrong about. They're just trying to hurt my feelings. I'm hurting their feelings telling the truth, so they're gonna, you're a crackhead. Your kids are, your wife is, your house, everything they can try to throw at me because I've hurt their feelings. They don't like it. They don't like when somebody says stuff they don't want to hear. You're right, I won't listen because I can't hear what you're saying, dumbass. And I'm never going to listen to you. You don't listen to anybody. Never have. Yep. You have no proof. Yep. I have no proof of what? What thing do you need proof of? That it's Jewish tradition to cut and suck baby penises? That's their number one mitzvah. That's the most important thing in Judaism is circumcision. Why would I read these comments? My God, it's just stupidity. No one cares. You're not hurting anyone's feelings. Right. That's why you're on here crying. Crying. Can't address anything being said, but crying. Nobody likes you. Your beard isn't right. Your hair isn't right. Your wife is stupid. You're in your mom's basement. Hey, why don't we talk about like the world narrative that's going on, the genocide, the historical this, blah, 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 that. Let's talk about real stuff. No, I want to talk about you because I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm going to come back every day because I don't like you. It's amazing. It's just amazing how stupid people are. Here in Canada, we are making progress on our Northwest Passage, and in the Israel has always wanted us to take over the trade that passes through the Suez Canal. Do you know that Canada gives more money to an Israeli tech school every year than they do the University of Toronto? Did you know that? Like it's just the issue is, and people don't seem to understand this because people say it back to me. Well, you get your information from the same blah blah blah. Well, first of all, I do. I get my information from the source that is available. Most of you don't even get that. You just heard somebody talk about it. But my thing isn't here. Let's read all the good shit that they want us to read about their supposed look at all their distraction shit. My point is to read what they want us to know about what they're telling us, about them, about whatever's going on, and just see if it makes any sense. If it doesn't make any sense, well, then let's talk about it. But if it makes sense, fucking hey, I'm wrong, and let's move on. And yet, again, you have all these, do all of these people support Judaism? Is that what it is? You all support genocide. You all support babies being cut and sucked. You support all that shit, huh? The Suez Canal holds access to 15% of the world's trade. If Israel can build their proposed Giron Canal channel, then they have to take that over. It lines up better with the Northwest Pass. Of course, man. But see, all that stuff is like, this is all narrative that we just have to sort of accept. Because unless we unify and overthrow these pieces of shit, they're just going to keep doing it. Humanity would sink into eternal darkness. It would fall into a dull, primitive state if the Jews were to win this war. I mean, the thing is, you know how you're controlled? When you call it a war, when you use their terminology and you say a war, you're doing as you're supposed to say. Because this is absolutely not a war. This is a one-sided genocide. And unless you are opposed to that, you support it. Tell us how we're controlled. Right. We're not controlled. We have freedom. We have freedom. I mean, at the end of the day, all of these people commenting that are talking shit, if they could say something that I was getting wrong, they would. That's what they're showing you. They're literally showing you guys, if they had something else to say, they would. But instead, they have to resort to making up some dumb nonsense and blah, blah, blah. Everything is right. Everything is wrong. That's that blanket cop-out statement. Instead of being smart enough to point to any specific thing, it's everything. Yep. The Jays don't control the world. You know how stupid you are? You believe that it's some sort of slur to say the Jays control the world, that they have all the money and the power and the control. You accept that narrative, that's a racial slur. This is just stupid. 15% of the world's trade is massive. If people are saying what's going on in Gaza isn't somewhat related to that, related to taking that for themselves, they don't understand politics. What do we think of Trump? What do I think of Trump? Yeah, the J puppet. Right. Like I think of Trump the same way Trumpers think about every other politician. How's that? You know how you think every other politician is fake and bullshit and rapes children and all these other things? Yeah, well, Trump does too. But you're dumb enough to fall for one side, so that must mean I fall for a side. Jesus died because he was talking shit to the church of his time. Well,
There was no church.
yeah, there was. According to the narrative, if you believe Jesus was real, the narrative tells you that Jesus stood up to the control of the time. The church was the control. I mean, there was a church. It wasn't the Catholic Church.
There were no churches. He walked around. His church was the earth.
The Jews claim that their religion has been around for thousands and thousands of years. Like, it's all just stupid. I mean, maybe the word church, but gays for Palestine. Good for you. Gays for Palestine. See, one of the biggest things is that they have us distracted. They have all these insecure white dudes and black dudes, really, insecure men all worried about gay guys. I think it's hilarious when big tough guys are worried about a guy in a dress. Jesus took the disciples back home according to the text. It wasn't even a crazy journey. It's all stupid. The Bible is stupid. It's chat GPT nonsense and it's stupid. I'm done rambling so you can engage with the topic rather than that Huron Canal. But that is what I work in, supply chain management. So you said it, I put down my coffee to type. There you go. The Ben Gurion Canal, channel, whatever it is, that shit is, I mean, it's all there. But see, this is what I'm saying is like, I absolutely agree with you. That's a big part of it. But at the end of the day, if all of us started focusing on just preventing the Ben Gurion Canal from happening, you're still going to have all of the rest of it. You know, I want to eliminate the pedo church. I want to eliminate the pedo Hollywood, the pedo government. I want to eliminate the slavery that keeps us in these positions. I want everyone to have a much better quality of life without anyone having to work. You know, most people, if you want to work, nobody's going to stop you. But I want the best. I think we as people, we deserve the best for our short trip here. I want the free dental care that the Jays get. I want I want my roads to be fixed way before I want to give Israel $18 billion to murder people. But like, look at all this shit. Look at all this. So you're a dirty communist. Yep, I'm a dirty communist. Anytime you have Jews complaining about people like that, they don't work. In Israel, they literally get checks just for being them. They get mansions, they get checks. They don't have to work. They can work where they want to, and if they want to be in control of shit, they absolutely can, but they don't have to. Why do you try to push the narrative that nobody should be like that? Because they keep their position. I'm a J, and you're literally a communist who doesn't know his geometry. Yep, that's what it is. Geometry? So you're basically a piece of shit who's really stupid. That's what you're saying. Because you're all really, really stupid. The Jays are some of the stupidest people on the planet. Don't get it twisted. They don't control things because they're smarter than everyone. They control things because they're more unified and they're more willing to do horrible, horrible things, like starve people. They're literally starving people right now. Anytime, and it's crazy because, like, we're given this narrative like Israel isn't letting the aid trucks go in and they're trying to negotiate a deal to see how many aid trucks they're going to let in. And why would Israel go and try to kill all those people if they were going to let aid trucks come in and help them? That defeats the purpose of trying to kill all those people.
And it's all because what, the Palestinians like stole money from their mom, or they?
It's because the Jays are superior and they want that land. Because again, what most of us think is like Palestine and stuff, that this is like some nasty desert and nobody would want to live there. It's fucking paradise. It's fucking paradise there, especially when you start funneling billions and billions of dollars into it. And here we do. American industrialization has ruined a lot of aspects of life, but it has also improved lots of others. We tried to turn this country into a melting pot, but we've ruined what it was. Yeah, that sounds like a white guy. Gotta love it. If I'm just some dumb stoner, you should be able to prove me wrong a lot more easily. What am I deflecting from now? God, these people are stupid. But you won't accept new evidence, right? New evidence of what? What do you keep? You keep saying the same dumb shit, but then you don't say anything. Copying for visibility. You say it's a hydra in mythology. The hydra was killed by cutting off the head and cauterizing it. So one thing at a time, right? No, I don't think it's a hydra. I definitely don't think there are multiple heads to this monster. I think this monster, if we're going to use like some symbols and shit, I think this monster has a bunch of tentacles. And just like things that have a bunch of tentacles, if you cut one off, it'll grow back. It doesn't kill the monster. If we want to kill the monster, we have to cut off the head.
The guy's name was Mateo.
Oh, Jesus. This guy's name is Benji. Good old Benji. Benji's just going to keep saying I'm wrong. Won't tell me what I'm wrong about, but he's going to keep saying it. You know, they sound like a dumb stoner insulting everyone instead of being open. Yep. So, again, instead of saying something that matters, you're going to cry. You're going to cry. Okay. Cry for me. We need to worry about the monsters running this world. The Jays. Exactly. Yep. Everyone remember this guy's face. He wants the attention. Right. So now this is sort of those threats. Because I thought I wasn't reading. I thought I wasn't listening. I thought you were going to give me better shit. But you can't. Bro. This guy types out bro. And then we're going to go from there. If you say bro so much you type it out, you're an idiot. Oh, it's calling you stupid because you aren't citing anything. Right. I'm not talking about anything. Ben Gurion Canal, the genocide that's going on right now, the Bible. Oh, nope. I'm not citing anything. I'm just saying blue, 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 blue. Paradise is everywhere if you have billions of dollars. No, it's not. No, it's really not. Because if it's cold and shitty, it's not paradise. Paradise is crystal fucking blue, warm water, warm ocean water that you can go fucking just enjoy. You know. I don't see the time. The major natural gas offshores of Gaza, major deposits of resources. In 2010, I knew they were going to level Gaza. I was calling for freedom fighters back then. Yeah, I mean, it's been going on for years. But see, the big issue is they trick you into thinking it's something at least understandable, right? Because the you know the fuck, what can I think of the word? The idea that you're doing this because there's natural gas resources. Well, you know, it sucks, but sometimes there has to be casualties when there are resources at stake. Yeah, but that's how it's justified.
There should never be a time where people are killed over resources.
I get it. I'm just saying that's how, like, there are people that will think that way. But the problem isn't about resources. Resources are everywhere. If it was really about resources, we would be going to Antarctica and you know, tapping that shit for everything we could.
People that look at other humans as expendable for whatever reason.
It's not about resources. It's about murder boner. The Jays love killing people. And that's a problem that because you're not allowed to talk about it, because we're supposed to just keep silent and all that, we don't realize that that's exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with resources. The Palestinians aren't sitting on a bunch of resources. It's a bunch of women and children. They could even be like dealt with a lot more humanely than they are. But it's Israel. Israel has a huge murder boner, and Israel is just a personification. Israel is just an idea. It's the Jays that fuel that idea. They are the horrible, horrible piece of shits that are behind all of this. I think our main issue is that Israel is our eyes. No, it's not. You get told that Israel is our ally, and they are not. They've never helped us with anything, and they're the reason why everybody supposedly hates us. If you actually go ask the people in the Middle Eastern areas, the Semitic people, why do they hate America? They'll say, we don't hate the Americans. We hate the government that continues to support Israel. If it weren't for Israel, there wouldn't be any sort of Middle Eastern conflicts. So we're going to have to reset because apparently we've been shut down today. So,
Tuesday?
Yeah. So don't forget to get your free download, www.the-bilderberg-group.com, facebook.com/the Group Official. The links are going to be in the description. It's free. Go get it. Listen to it. Download it for free. It's all free. Go get it. And come back, because we're going to come back. Iran, Iraq, Libya, all overthrown by Israel and the United States. And it's going to keep going. Because these sickos, these fucking sick Jays who aren't smart enough to actually justify it, or they're just dumb. Look at these dumbasses. Look at the shit that's come through here. I'm a Nazi. I'm a National Socialist Zionist, huh? Really? I'm part of that National Socialist Zionist party? Just stupid. It's like, the thing about them is they have like three arguments, right? First, they're going to say it's biblical. Everything they're doing is biblical. And if you go, well, I don't believe in that shit. That's nonsense. Give me something more realistic. Then they go, yeah, it's anti-Semitism. You're anti-Semitic. And if you go, no, let me check you on that. I'm not anti-Semitic. I love all the Semitic people, brown, white, black, everybody in that region that's Semitic. They're fine with me. Israel is not. Palestine, Iran, Iraq, Lebanon, Egypt, all these places are Semitic places. I'm not against them. Semitism is a policy or predisposition favorable to Jews, meaning it is Jewish supremacy. That's why they don't say, that's anti-Jewish. That's why they say it's anti-Semitism. Because they don't care if you support their religion. What they care about is you support them getting favor. Them being at the top of the fucking heap. And you'll see it, like, again, look at how every single fucking comment on here is just dumb Jays crying about me being right and not being able to debunk it. So come back, join me on the next one. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they censor that one too. Oh, and you pedophiles, kill yourself.